What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ali, and welcome back to another update for the $1 Foundation. Um, we're in February now, month 2 of official operations, and it's very exciting. I have some more updates for you guys on what I did this month with our donations. So, for those that don't know, I am creating a nonprofit called the $1 Foundation. You can also call it the ODF for short. I feel that's an easy way to remember it. And the purpose is to help people in need, starting with kind of in my immediate area with homelessness that I see and seeing how we can alleviate people's suffering. And so the concept that I have is to set aside my own money right now, a dollar every day for the whole month, and then at the end of the month I take the money that I've raised and go help somebody out. Usually I would have about 30 or so dollars to operate with, but we kind of got an indirect donation this month. So long story short, we had more than we did last month to work with, about $75. So we didn't spend all of that in this one trip, but we're gonna take what we didn't spend and add it onto the next month's pool. Okay, so you guys will be happy to know that I did keep the receipts this time of what I spent and went to places that I knew that I could get receipts instead of just giving people cash, because there's no way to prove that I did anything, and I need that to be able to show you guys so you guys can build trust and want to help out. Okay, so on this day, it was maybe 2 days ago, I left my apartment in the early afternoon and I went to go find somebody that might need help. And I kind of am starting to lead with the question of like, hey, starting a nonprofit, do you need assistance? And based on their answer, if they say yes, then boom, found the person to help. I think I asked maybe 2 or 3 people before I found this guy. We were at a bus stop, and this guy in this wheelchair had no shoes on. He just had his socks, and he looked older and he could have been disabled. And so I introduced myself to him. He seemed to have his friend, somebody he knew there with him. So I kind of talked to both of them and got to know kind of their situation and like who they were. And I got to introducing the nonprofit and asking if they were in need of help. And the lady that was his friend with him said no. She, is very independent and she gets everything by herself. And so I was like, respect, that's cool. And she said he might need help though. So I sat down with this man and I just began talking to him, and just explaining what I was doing today. He was a bit closed off at first, but then the friend reminded him, she was like, a lot of people are resisting the help and you need to just accept help when it's given to you. I was just like, oh, that's cool. It's a good assist. And so he listened to everything I had to say and like answered every question the best that he could. I took a few notes. So his name was John. He said he was about 65 years old. And he was in a wheelchair for about 5 months, he said. He got into an accident, and the situation behind how he got injured and in a wheelchair was still kind of unclear. By the end of our conversation, I kept trying to ask to clarify, but I wasn't really getting anywhere with like him explaining what happened. The best I could gather was I think he was walking, and some drunk driver came and hit him while he was on foot. So he needed multiple surgeries. He said in the accident, he broke his leg, maybe both legs, his back. He said he was dragged by his leg. He messed up his eye. So he needed surgery. But all in all, despite the situation, he was smiling and he seemed to be having a good day. And I asked him if he's at the bus stop, is he trying to go anywhere? And he said no, he's just interested in kind of people watching today and just enjoying his time, like with the people that naturally come up to him and talk to him, like I did. So and he also told me how he has some family. I think some of them are in town. He has a nephew, a brother, and a sister that he told me about. He also told me he has 3 daughters. His aspirations in life are to learn how to cook better, to have a healthy family. He said his sister and some of his family members are going through things of their own with addictions and certain vices that, we're all trying to just be free of any addictions and things like that. So he said he even tries to reach out to some of his family, even though he's going through stuff, to check in on them. I thought that was very admirable. He also was talking about how he aspires to one day just live on some land and have a horse and kind of like a farm lifestyle and have a wife, a dog, and how he said he also wants new teeth. I thought his teeth were fine, but he said that's like an insecurity maybe of his, and he would like to change that. So that's a little bit about John. I was very happy to meet him. And so I asked him a few times of like what I could get for him that would make his day better and what could help. And so he's telling me, I'm okay, but if there was something, there's a Burger King across the street, I'll take a large Coke and a burger. It sounds great. And I said, okay, for sure, I can get you that. Anything else? And I think he also said he wanted some potato chips. So there's a gas station, corner store, right next to the bus stop, and then across the street there was a Burger King. First went to the gas station. I ended up making 2 trips there because I forgot everything to get. So first I went and I got 2 bags of chips and a big 16 liter of Coke, and a thing of High Chews. That ended up being $16.95. I brought that back to him and he's like, he thought the High Chews were gum, and he was happy because he said he always chews gum after his meals. So he's like, oh, you thought of that, thank you. But I was trying to tell him it wasn't gum. So then I went back to the store, got an actual pack of 5 gum for him as well, and a couple of Smart Waters. That ended up being $15.78. Dropped that off to him, went across the street to the Burger King, and I got him a nice meal with like fries and a drink and I think another. And then that ended up being $15.63. So I think I might also get guest passes, or bus passes for people in the future. Food, water is good, and just pointing them to the nearest shelters is good. And any other suggestions that you guys can think of to help me out would be much appreciated. And also, if you want to get in on this, you absolutely can. At the end of the video, I'll have a QR code for the Venmo for the nonprofit. So if you want to donate, you absolutely can. Just $1 at a time. I don't really ask for anything more than that because that's what I feel like with enough people, $1 is all it takes. Okay, $48.36. $48.36. So about $50 that we spent, and that leaves about $26.64 for us to move into the next month, plus about $30. So we'll have about $55 guaranteed for March, and that's exciting. Hopefully I'll do more fundraising streams and stuff to try and get more people excited and donating so that we can do even more for these people. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of aspirations, a lot of dreams, a lot of goals, but none of them are as important to me as the success of this nonprofit, because I really feel like if we build momentum and just keep helping people, that there'll be some recognition in what I'm trying to do, and I'll start getting the help that I really feel like this needs to be world changing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really turned things around, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'll find a time in this video to share a couple of those photos I took with John and the QR code if you would like to support. I'll be back with another update next month. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you for rocking with me and supporting. Until next time, peace.